This video is intended for viewers 13 years of age and older. All right, let's get right to it. Here are the important dates in 2020 for Walt Disney World, the calendar, as it were. January 8th to January 12th, first event of 2020 is the Disney Marathon Weekend. January 17th is a big day because there are 4 new attractions opening. 4 at Epcot's World Showcase. The first one, in the Land Pavilion, you might have seen the signage. As you go in on the second floor up top on your right, there's a theater that they've been working on that will also have effects, probably like It's Tough to Be a Bug. And it's going to be called Awesome Planet, talking all about how awesome the world is and nature, and it's supposed to be very cool. The second is called Canada Far and Wide in Circle Vision 360 at the Canada Pavilion. And that's basically going to be an upgrade to the film that they already have. But Martin Short will not be the narrator anymore and the host. It will be Catherine O'Hara, an old friend of his from Second City in Canada, and another one from that area, Eugene Levy. You know them from TV and movies. They've done lots of bit parts. Catherine O'Hara was the mother in Home Alone. In the France Pavilion, the third and fourth, really, thing that's opening is there's going to be a Beauty and the Beast sing-along film that was actually produced by the gentleman that produced the animated film Beauty and the Beast and the live version film. And then that's going to rotate back and forth with an upgrade of the film that is there now. They've redone it, and it's in 4K now, and that's called Impressions de France. The Epcot International Festival of the Arts is back, and it goes from January 17th to February 24th. Great festival. They have culinary arts, believe it or not. They have performing arts featured. They have visual arts featured. They have featured artists, great mimes and performing artists. They have a special Disney Broadway concert series going on at the bandshell area near the America Pavilion. They have creative workshops where you can paint with Disney artists. They have lots of galleries and lots of places where you can shop for art, so try to catch that. The opening of Space 220 restaurant is set for February of 2020, next month, and that's going to be situated between Test Track and Mission Space at Epcot. And the theme of it basically is a space elevator, quote unquote, takes you 220 miles above the Earth's surface where you have these spectacular views and you have hydroponic plants growing on the walls around you, which is some of the greens that you're actually eating. And no exact date on that. They've had a few changes in plans, but the last date that they gave was February of 2020. February 7th until July 20th, we've got the Disney Villains After Hours at Magic Kingdom, which is quite cool. It is a separate ticket because it's an after-hours event, but you see villains you wouldn't normally see, get photo opportunities, special theming, stuff like that. Next up, February 20th to February 23rd, the Disney Princess Half Marathon Weekend. On March 4th at Hollywood Studios, the long-awaited opening of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway Ride will happen, along with something else that nobody's really heard much about, which is called Mickey Shorts. It's a theater that will just show short Mickey Mouse films, and it's in the theater that used to house Path of the Jedi, that film, which is the theater between the Frozen Theater and Star Tours on your right there as you're walking towards the back. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway will be the very first ride in all of the Disney parks that have ever existed to actually feature Mickey Mouse, which is odd because he's the guy, but it's going to happen. March 4th to June 1st, the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival returns. And lots of people are starting to like that festival very much. I know several people that think that that's their favorite festival now. April 16th to April 19th, the Star Wars Rival Run Half Marathon Weekend is going to happen, and that's lots of fun because obviously it's Star Wars themed. Summer of 2020. Epcot's France Pavilion. Finally, Remy and Ratatouille's Adventure. This is a ride they've been working on for a while. They've been doing a lot of construction back in the France Pavilion, and that's all we know. Summer of 2020. The guesstimates that I'm getting from people in the know is June, so that's why it's sort of stuck in here. Summer of 2020 again. Generally, so we're thinking June maybe. The opening of an indoor restaurant, actually, yay! In Toy Story Land, which is something that they really need in the summer. It's the Toy Story Land Roundup Rodeo Barbecue indoor restaurant. August through October on select nights with a separate ticket in the Magic Kingdom. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is returning, and that's a big favorite. They don't have the dates selected and out there yet, but they usually start somewhere in mid-October and go until Halloween. And this is a separate ticketed event that starts after the park closes at 7 o'clock and goes until midnight. And they have a Boo to You parade, special fireworks you can only see if you're at this event, trick-or-treating, special theming, special live characters, special theming on the rides like on Space Mountain. And there were live pirates on Pirates of the Caribbean this past year. So if you haven't had a chance to go to this, treat yourself. One little tip. It can sometimes be very warm in Orlando, even in September. So don't wear a costume if you're going to wear one that's too warm. August to November, Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. This is the granddaddy of all of the Epcot festivals, and of course the very first festival that caught everybody's imagination, eating and drinking and walking around the world and conversing with your friends and experiencing Disney. Whenever I go to the Food and Wine Festival, I like to try a lot of different foods and a lot of different wines and beers. So, consequently, I like to book myself a room at the Beach Club Resort, which is right through the International Gateway, which is between the France and UK pavilions. And you take a little walk over a bridge and you're back in your room and you can fall on your bed if you want. November and December of every year, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party occurs. It's the other big party of the year next to the Halloween party. And this, just like the Halloween party, is held on select nights. It's a separate ticket to get in. It's in Magic Kingdom. The park closes early on the nights that the party is going on. And then this party basically goes from 7 p.m. to 12 midnight. They have a special fireworks and stage show, just like the Halloween party does. They have a special parade like the Halloween party does. They have snow blowers up on buildings, and they have snow going. And they have Christmas cookies and cider and hot chocolate that they hand out for free. Well, it's paid for with your ticket all through the park as you do this. November and December of every year also sees Epcot's International Festival of the Holidays. Just like all the other festivals, they all have food and treats and interesting things to buy. One of the highlights of this festival is something they call the Candlelight Processional, which is this large choir of carefully selected and carefully practiced Disney cast members who proceed with candles up to the bandshell area at the American Pavilion, and they sing these beautiful traditional Christmas songs led by some world-famous choral leader, interspersed with Christmas readings and comments from various celebrities. In the past, it's been people like Pat Sajak, Neil Patrick Harris, Whoopi Goldberg, to name a few. November and December has holiday celebrations going on at Disney's Hollywood Studios, no surprise. Specifically, they have their own fireworks for the holidays, the Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam fireworks. Along with that, there's a special dessert party, which is a separate charge, and you're kind of in this separate roped-off area that goes around the lake there, and that's pretty cool. But everyone can see the Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam fireworks. November and December has the Christmas Tree Trail and other Christmas decorations at Disney Springs. The Christmas Tree Trail is located on the east side of Disney Springs, right off of Buena Vista Street and right adjacent to Earl of Sandwich and Bippity Boppity Boutique and The Void. And that is a trail that they make through different colorful walls with lots of different trees decorated as per Disney movies, as per Disney themes. I think the best one this past year was the Haunted Mansion one. That was per a ride, and there are some for parks. And it's quite a treat. People go in there, it's snowing, music is playing. You can go grab a sandwich at Earl of Sandwich. It's a nice little treat. And of course, World of Disney, the largest Disney store in the world, is just a short walk away from there as well. So you can pick up some Christmas presents there and find things, Disney things you could not find anywhere else. October 1st of 2021 is Walt Disney World's 50th birthday. Wow. So, conversely, expect lots of construction, refurbishment, all kinds of stuff going on in 2020. Please be patient of being rerouted, a little extra traffic, stuff like that, because they're getting ready for that big event, trying to get all of these new attractions up and running and making everything as good as they can. And when you can, say thank you to a cast member.